have been diagnosed with MS. Let's see, summer of 2018 is when I got diagnosed officially. I was fresh out of college and 22 years old. And my goodness, I was just simply on a walk with my parents on a trail, and suddenly it's just like I was going at a 45-degree angle and could not right myself. That was kind of scary because I had to grab onto my dad's arm just to be remain upright and not flopping over. So that week I went to the doctors 3 times. First time was because of that. Doctor said that I had allergies. But okay. Just gave me pills. So I went on my way. Later that week, I was still having issues with balance, and suddenly on my left arm here, from fingertips to just above the elbow, it felt like I had ants crawling underneath my skin constantly. Just like if you could take a dial, like it was always at a 2, at the minimum 2. And I would go up and then go back down to a 2. Insanity right there. I'm just like, I can't, you can't deal with it. So I went to the doctors being like, hey, doc, yeah, the allergy pills aren't really helping. And now I've got this thing going on with my arm. What do I do? He's like, it might be neurological. You should get an MRI. Okay. Um, got scheduled for that, went on my way. Later that week, I was dropped my mom at an appointment of hers. Was driving home, going around like a normal curve, and there's traffic going on. And suddenly I get double vision. The oncoming car looked as if it was in my lane coming towards me when it wasn't. I came that close, just really, really close to hitting the oncoming car. So I white knuckled it. Like I had death grip on that steering wheel. My fingers were turning white, um, bright white from blood just leaving it from just being so tight. I get home and I took the keys of that car and I slammed it right onto the table, put my hands in surrender and backed away and being like, no, that was scary. Never again. No. So the fall, like throughout that week, I'd gone to some meetings, I went to some other events, and I was always the passenger. I was sitting there, it was raining outside, and double vision still plagued me. Uh, if you could imagine, I was like, it's as if I had an imaginary emergency brake on the floorboard, and I just kept slamming my foot down on the imaginary emergency brake because I just kept seeing it looking like I had cars like coming right at us. Um, and then at meetings, there'd be the person at the front of the room, and it was just slightly off to the side of them. There's a paler, ghostly version of them talking at the same time, and I couldn't deal with it. Um, so I ended up having it where I was staring at the floor. So that third time I went to the doctors that week, my mom was driving me to work. I was actually not even coming to see the doctor. I was going to ask them if they could give me an eye patch because if I covered up one eye, I could see and work just fine. Yeah, no, that doctor I've had since I was really, really, really young, most of my life. He called my mom and I back to the conference room when he asked when my MRI was scheduled. He told me he couldn't move it up sooner. He suggested I go to the ER so that they could get it done for me. So off, mom and I went. Did a bunch of different tests, and I hear these nurses say, "This looks like MS. This looks like textbook MS." I looked over at mom, being like, "What the hell is MS? Like, what is it?" And nobody really told us. So, of course, we went to the worst possible place to go, the internet. I don't suggest it. I mean, the internet lies to you. They tell you basically everything in there. Oh, you're going to die. It's the worst thing in the world. It's this, it's not that, it's this. And so I had been asked if I'd be willing to be admitted to the hospital to see the on-call neurologist the next day. So I said, yeah, I will. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more of it, you can see the full clip below. Also, please go to a merchandise store to help support our channel so I can get you more content like this. Like and subscribe. Thanks.